Hello there, and welcome to Eunice.com. Eunice is the only company in the world that specializes in finding your life purpose and finding your personal brand. And we've been reviewing all sorts of books which we think may be able to help people who are thinking about life purpose. So one of those is a book by Rick Warren called The Purpose Driven Life. Now, Rick Warren is a pastor and he is hugely and really, really well intentioned. So we'll just kind of summarize the book. Who do we think the book's for? Well, we think it's for Christians who want to evolve their faith further. It is a very strongly worded document, if you like, about Christianity and the purpose of Christianity. This book might also be interesting to non-Christians who are just interested in how the Christian life plays out. Who is it not for? Well, it's really not for atheists because it is completely about how you find God and God finds you and how God shapes your life. And it is really not for people who want a very detailed expose and process in relation to how they go about finding their life purpose. So if we were to summarize the book, what would we say? Well, this is what we would say. It's a really well-intentioned book, and Rick Warren is a legend in terms of the amount of work he does good in the world. No doubt about his intentions. His main message is that God designed you for a purpose, that God designed you, your race, your creed, the time of your birth, your parents, everything. Basically, God has a purpose for you. And you are here on this earth, Rick Warren says, in order to spread a special message. That message is that one that you know, and that message needs to go to what he calls your ministry. So in other words, he's saying, find what you're good at, find what it is inside that you uniquely know about, and create a community and serve that community for God's glory, essentially. And he talks about all sorts of different ways in which to get closer to God, to make sure you're on track, if you like, to make sure that you are on a Christian faith journey. He also talks about, in one chapter, he talks about how to find life purpose, and he uses the acronym SHAPE. That's SHAPE, which means what are your spiritual gifts for SHAPE? What does your heart tell you for H? A, what are your attributes? What are you kind of good at? The P is what is your personality and your style of your personality, and the E is for experience. So if we were to summarize our kind of balanced review of this book, we'd say, look, it's full of really accessible wisdom. It's very readable. He's very well intentioned. I think that Christian faith believers will find all sorts of great insights from the Bible about how to live a Christian life. And he does good practical lessons. He's got huge life experience, practical lessons from people he's met about purpose. But the areas where it's weaker for us are, well, our context is about helping people find purpose, irrespective of their religion or background. And there's really only one chapter devoted to this. I think that Rick Warren probably argued the whole book is about this, but I think for most people, there's just one chapter with this acronym SHAPE. And that's the only thing that gives you any insight and guide into purpose. And for us at Eunice, we're about ensuring people nail it. And we just, it's not specific isn't enough. The process isn't deep enough. It's not precise enough. So from our context, I'm not saying that Rick Warren's wrong, but I'm saying very much from our context where we've got a scientific method in place to help you find your purpose, which can be supported by God if you believe in God. Then for us, it's a huge omission because the book is supposed to be about giving you a life purpose. And for us, it's falls short of that. So in terms of readability and intellectual stimulation and just feeling good, we give us a 9 out of 10. In terms of pragmatism, we give it a 5 out of 10. But for Christians in particular, definitely recommend it. All right, thank you for that. Speak soon.